I'm gonna call this my hit and miss video. This right here is a hit. This NYX Butter Gloss in Marshmallow. I went ahead and applied it first. I love the Butter Gloss. They're like less than $5 and they have tons of shades and I dig this, man. So that was the first thing I tried. So I thought I would pair it up with the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow. This palette is called Rose Water. It has 3 shimmer shades and 1 matte shade. And I am taking the matte shade. It looks kind of like a purpley taupe color, maybe, and putting it all over my lid here. And then the other quad Bite Size shadow in I Love You Latte. Obviously, that's also an e.l.f. palette. I put the lightest shade on my lower lid and under my eyebrows, and I was off camera. How frustrating is that? So that's what I did. I went ahead and applied the light shade, and then I took the darkest shade in the Rose Water with a small brush and went right into my crease and just on the corner of my eyelid, and trying to keep my eye open as much as possible because my eyes are a little bit hooded. This will give the effect of more of an open eye. So just right there in the crease and then straight down on the lid in the corner until I was happy with the payout there. Picking up the Rose Water palette, I went ahead and dipped my shadow brush into the purpley rose colored shimmer. I wanted to apply that to my lid, and I was a little underwhelmed by that shade of shimmer. I just wanted it to pop more. I tried working with it for a little bit, and then I just decided to switch over to the other light shimmer in this palette. So there it is. I'm picking up the lightest shimmer shade in the Rose Water palette and applying it. I was a lot happier with this. So if it's not already evident that I'm sort of an amateur when it comes to recording these videos, my hair sticking straight up in the air that I don't notice until after I stop recording should be a tip off. There I am, just sort of sweeping it all around and blending it so that there's no harsh lines. The jury was kind of out on this one. I wasn't sure if I really liked it, or maybe it was the way I applied it. I probably just needed to ease up a little bit on the darker color. I don't like my eyes to have a lot of darkness on them unless I'm going to do a smoky eye, then that's different. But so I added a little bit more of the lightest shade coming from the Love You Latte palette. And here I am applying a little more shimmer to the inner corner of my eye. Going in with some liner, using that same dark shimmer color, using a liner brush. This is a Bare Essentials liner brush. My brush collection is mostly a bunch of stray brushes that I've gotten from Ipsy or someone gave to me, or they don't have labels on them, so I will list what I know I have in the description box. So what I did on the lower lash was I tightlined as much as I possibly could, and I'm doing the same on the upper lash. I'm getting that eyeshadow as close to my lash line as possible. I didn't want to take away from the light on my lid by putting too much liner or making it too thick or too dark. So I was trying to tightline it and keep it clean and a really thin line there. I wanted to test this eyeshadow without using my typical primer that I use, which is a L'Oreal waterproof primer. I used her moisturizing primer on my lids. I didn't want to be without primer, so I improvised and used the face primer, but it didn't hold the shimmer very well. It was all over my face, so I had to remove my eye makeup from underneath my eyes and reapply it. So here I am reapplying my concealer. I used a little bit of my Celeste foundation and then covered it with the Bye Bye Under Eye. setting it here with a little bit of my Fiera setting powder. Now, I've said before several times I am not a makeup artist, so I will try new things, new makeup techniques, things I've learned from other beauty influencers. So this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. This is a really tiny brush. It's a lip brush, but it has enough precision and it's small enough to where I just dipped it in my concealer and I lined under my brow and above my brow, just to give my brow a little lift. It took me quite a few passes because I was getting it a little bit in my eyebrows and I wasn't super precise just because I'm not very good at this yet. So, but that's what I'm doing here, and I was really happy with the result. This NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer dries down really quickly. So I don't know what I was thinking by leaving it there without buffing it out immediately. I should have learned my lesson by now. I've done this before. Ultimately, I did get the result I was looking for. These things that I am doing in these videos, this is me learning and practicing. So you guys are watching me learn and practice and from scratch. This is really raw stuff. This way I can report what my experience was, not only with the application, but the product itself and how it behaves. And then through my own trial and error, I can give you my own experience with it and hopefully save you guys the pain of having to apply and reapply or getting the wrong thing or the wrong formula. Anyway, makeup is fun. Makeup is just supposed to be fun. So here I took some more concealer and I was obviously drawing a line upward with the same lip brush in the outer corner of my eye to continue to try to give it a lift, and I'm blending it out with a contour brush. It took me a few tries to get it right. Here I am now with the NYX Micro Contour Pencil. It's a little creamier than the Can't Stop Won't Stop, so I went in with a little bit more and then used a sponge to sheer it out. These are the things I learn as I'm playing with it, you know, knowing in the future what is the best product to use depending on the area of my face and what my goal is. e.l.f. Lash and Roll, I think this was $6, and I'm trying it here for the first time. This has a curved brush. I was really happy with this mascara. I haven't really been a big fan of the e.l.f. mascaras I've used in the past, but I will tell you though that when it comes to mascaras, it's not so much the formula. I think in my experience, it's been what does the brush look like? The brush has everything to do with how it applies. And I've learned that drugstore mascaras, just depending on the brush, and of course whether you want, you know, waterproof or not waterproof, and maybe other little nuances, but drugstore mascara is the way to go. I mean, I don't see any reason to spend buku bucks on a higher end mascara. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it to me, but that's just me. But I really like this mascara. I was very happy with it. It was only $6. Yeah, definitely a fan. Okay, this is so funny. This lipstick is $1 at Walmart. It's Wet n Wild, and this is the shade Secret Muse, and I decided to use it just to line my lips today to give them a little bit more oomph along with that gloss I was wearing earlier. But I also wanted to combine this and use it as a cream blush. So for $1, I got a lipstick, a lip liner, and a cream blush. Now, I'm not testing these products at this point to see how long they last or how durable they are. Right now, this is just, you know, having fun with color. But for $1, this was really great. I'm using a lip brush here to blend it because I don't like to see the actual lip liner line. I like things really blended, so, but it gave my lip color a little bit more pop. I liked it. I avoid wearing lipsticks that have blue hues or orangey hues. I feel like they age me, so I stay away from reds or pinks most of the time. Sometimes I can improvise, but adding a little bit more gloss here. I prefer gloss over lipstick any day, but it really does depend on the lipstick. Okay, going in on the cheek with my lipstick. See how this works for a blush? I got this application way too close to the center of my face, so I buffed it out with a soft powder brush. I didn't want to use a heavy hand because I didn't want it to all come off, but so this is so fun. Again, I would have no idea how long this would actually last on my face. If I had used a setting spray, it probably would last for a good while, but I'm not really testing it for that right now. I'm just having fun with the color, and I liked this. I thought it was fun, and I liked the way it turned out. I talk about makeup being fun, but here I am intently studying to see if it's placed exactly right. Bronzer time! My favorite bronzer, the L'Oreal Baked Bronze and Brighten in medium. There's something special about this bronzer. It's just perfect for mature skin. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video today, and as usual, thank you for watching.